What's up, everybody? So today I'm gonna do some pickups and I'm gonna show you a little background of how I do them. I'm flying solo today. I'm just grabbing combos today. We're about to have some fun. So without further ado, I'm gonna pick up a dry unit. All right, it's a princess combo is what we call it, but it's a magic jump combo. It doesn't weigh very much. You'll see me kind of throw it around, right? I'm not a very big guy, but I wanted to kind of give you a behind the scenes of how I do pickups when I'm alone, just to kind of give you another view of it. So let's get into the video. Before we do, please hit the subscribe button and go like this video if it gives you any value. And then if you guys need help at all from anyone, whether it's me or someone else that knows what they're talking about, go jump in my Discord. I have a Discord community that I started just for bounce house operators. The link is in the description. You get some good mentorship in there. The group's literally called The Mentors because that's what it's for, but go jump in there. But all right, let's get it. Let's see how fast I can do the princess combo. Here we go, we made it. Booyah. So let's see how fast I can do this thing. I bet I can do it in 15 minutes or less. The tarp is what's gonna be the deciding factor here, but let's put the clock up there and let's go. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a voiceover here. So I carry this little vinyl stake bag. They're pretty sweet. We have a couple of those. I love them. Inside of it, I had a pry bar that I get from Harbor Freight. I use it to take the stakes out. You'll see it in action here in a second. So first thing I'm gonna do is open up this zipper vent because I'm right by it. I struggled mightily, but we got it. Okay, then I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna pull the first stake. And as I walk by the blower, I'm gonna take off the blower tube. And then I'm going to the next stake here, but the unit was in the way. It was on top of it. And there was a couple leaves there you could see me flick off. So I pull that out the way and I yank my next stake. And then I'm right by the other blower tube. So I'm going to pick that up real quick and open it up. The more air you can get out while you're rolling, the tighter the roll. So we got that open. I'm gonna move over here and pull the unit. So I'm gonna start my fold essentially here. I'm getting some leaves off. So I'm starting my fold. Looking good. Walk some air. Then I'm gonna pull my back wall over those two front pylons I just crossed. I fold all my combos kind of strange, but it works very well. So that's why I continue to do it. Okay, grab my pry bar. And then we're gonna continue basically working in a circle. So I'm gonna pull this anchor up. I'm gonna flip my stair in. Got a little bit of water on there from the morning dew. I'm gonna walk over here, get my last anchor pulled. Got it. Yes, I send the anchor straight through the tarps. No, they never go through in the same place. And it's never, ever, ever, ever been an issue in the 4 years I've been in the industry. Okay, so then first things first, I'm gonna fold over the front of the unit, right? So that's the stair side. I stand on the unit and pull it. It's easier to get a good fold that way. Then I'm gonna walk some air out. I'm gonna flip in my slide to match the bounce house section. No, I don't ever pull the slide on top of the bounce house. I just don't like to roll through a gazillion layers of vinyl. I'd rather roll through less layers of vinyl. Okay, so then I'm gonna pull my fold, just get it just right, and now I'm walking it out and creasing it, and we're good. I'm happy with it. So then I'm gonna flip in that, because I'm right by the slide. So I flip the slide in, then I'm gonna grab the back. The reason to do the back is because as you pull this over the other side of the already folded unit, you're putting the top of the bounce house onto the bottom of the bounce house. So if there is any grass, mud, or anything nasty on the bottom of it, you're getting it on the bottom, on the back of the outside of the bounce house. Okay, so now I've grabbed my lashing straps that you can buy, super sweet ones with white vinyl on them. You can buy at thejumpoffstore.com. But so I set those. I'm gonna walk some air out, get this thing nice and compact. Make sure my fold is all good. I'm just a stickler for the fold because a good roll, it has more to do with the fold than anything else. Okay, so now we're gonna start our roll. So you'll notice I roll really tight on one side, stick a knee on it, and then roll really tight on the other side. If you start your roll mega tight, you have a better chance of having a mega tight roll when you're done. Roll through this slide, super easy. That's why I like that. So that way when I get to the bigger bounce house section here, I already have a nice little roll started and I can use it as some momentum. There we go. See, we crushing it. Almost done. I'm flipping in a blower tube. I'm going to roll to the end. I'm going to squish that last little bit of air out. I probably pull this all the way through if I remember right. And then back it up. Flip the bounce house. So only the bottom is exposed. We're going to finish our roll here. And then we're going to have our lashing straps right there. We're going to yank them through. And we're going to tighten them down nice and tight. So one goes through. Use my knees and wrench it down nice and tight so that roll stays nice and tight. And here's lashing strap number 2. And nice and tight. All right, there we go. We're looking good. So now I take my extra and I go half, 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 stick a knee in it, tuck it under. Next slack is half, 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 stick a knee in it and tuck it under. There we go. She's rolled. So I'm going to just get this off of the tarp here, and then I'm going to pull my tarp. So that's my first stake. And then I kind of start my flip like that. So this is the way we do it with one man. I got a little towel here. So then I'm going to walk over here, and I'm going to pull my other tarp stake off camera, and then I will be able to flip this tarp to the other side, right? So I just marry it up with the stake that's right there, and then I'm going to go and straighten my other side out so it matches up. If I can find it. There we go. So then, oh yeah, okay. So I'm actually doing it correctly. So I'm pulling it all the way over to dump off all of the debris, all of the water, just get everything off of it. And then I'm going to come and bring it back here in just a second and get it flattened back out. Takes an extra 30 to 60 seconds, but get your tarp all nice and clean and it gets all the debris off of it so you don't have to come back to the shop and figure out a way to get these things clean. That does it right there. Especially on this is a dry unit, so it's not like nasty and muddy like a water slide potentially would be. But then I get it nice and even, and I stake both sides of the tarp down. So it's folded in half, and I stake both corners down. And then we're going to walk down to the other end and do that to the other end. So it's folded in half, nice and perfect. The reason I'm not editing any of this stuff out is because I wanted the true time. Oh, and I goofed up right there. When you fold that tarp over, you want to keep it nice and low so that doesn't get a nice poof of air in there like that and jack your tarp all up. But yeah, the reason I'm not editing this down at all is because I want you guys to see in real time the pickup. Normally I would edit this all down for time and make this like a 5-minute video, but okay, so then I'm going to fold nice and well. I grab my stake bag there so I can start picking up my stuff while I'm folding this tarp because I've got another tarp stake down there and my anchor's over there kind of by the blower. But there you go. So now you're folded in half. So that's 2 halves. And then I'm going to adjust my camera so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go again. We're going to walk the length of it, and we're going to do it again. This method is the best method for tarps, hands down, no questions asked. It's a little bit slow with one person because you got to walk the length of the tarp so many times. But with 2 people, this thing is massively fast. Okay, so as I'm straightening it out, I'm walking on the tarp now to get all the air out of that tarp. We're going to straighten her out nice and good. Okay. And then what I do is I walk this down, fold this not quite in half. It's like, the joke I always make is it's like 7/8 of the way, but the 2 edges don't meet up. Then we're going to walk back and we start rolling from that folded side. So as I roll, it's pushing out any air and potentially water that will come out the end. But you just roll nice and tight. If you want an even tighter roll, you can stand there and pull it back at you and then roll and pull it back at you and roll. I like to go faster on that because it's just not that big of a deal. So now I'm gathering up all of my anchors and my blowers, and then we're getting ready to wind our extension cord. So for extension cords, we use all 100-foot cords. It's the only cords the Jump Off has. That way you have the maximum length that is usable, right? You do not want to use more than 100 feet of cord. Not that it's easy to find cords that are more than 100 feet, but you don't want to use 2 cords plugged together because you start to lose amperage running to the blower and you'll damage the blower. So I've got my 100-foot cords and 100-foot cords only, no matter what. So now I've got it folded in half, and now I'm doing the butterfly technique. And I don't spend all this time getting it all nice and fancy and perfect. That's why I kind of walk around. I'm wrestling with the cord while I wind it because it's good enough. And then you're going to watch me spin it around my arm. Oh, I already did it. And there we go. So basically now we are all picked up. Everything is all good.
It's going in 9 minutes.
And you just told me. You just heard me say 9 minutes. All right, then I'm going manual today. The other guys had all the electric dollies at the time, so I was like, yep, I'll take the manual one. I got it. So we're going to set this up. This is a nice, light Magic Jump dry-only unit, so it's super easy. Got it all set. So then I'm going to kick it back, and then we're going to kind of come over here and pick up all of our stuff. So just set her on down, and then on here we'll go tarp first. Then I got my stakes and anchor bag. Grab the rest of my anchors over here by the blower. And this is why I love these vinyl bags. Like, you just stuff them in the bag, and then bang, it's good to go. It's not going to fall off. Just so annoying when one falls off and you got to stop what you're doing. Okay, there's my extension cord, and here comes le blower. So we're going to throw the blower on there. And then we are ready to roll out to the trailer. Oh, I must be winding that. Yeah, there we go. We generally speaking keep the cord wound around the blower at all times, no matter what. We actually roll it not around the blower tube, but we roll it the opposite direction around the back of it. Kind of the same direction the fan goes. That way you don't ever have to take the cord off.
To the truck.
There we go, to the truck. Okay, so now I'm walking over to get everything all staged. So at this point in time, it's a little bit boring. So I'm going to tell you guys to please go subscribe to the channel. If you don't subscribe, please hit that button. It means the world to me. And then the other thing I want to tell you is on Wednesday nights, I have a live show. You can come for free. It's down in the description. It's called Booze and Biz. It's Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central. I have a topic that I talk on for 20 to 30 minutes at the start of every show, and then we open it up to conversation, and everybody can weigh in on what their take is or ask their question. So it's a literal live Q&A show every Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
I had to come back for the phone.
And then you guys should join
12 minutes.
So we're going on 12 minutes.
Sucker loaded. See if I can give you guys a good view here.
So this is an interesting little part where I got to prop the phone up.
Nope. Nope, that's not good either.
And this is all counting towards the time, so.
That's gonna fall.
I'm gonna get it. There we go. So you'll see how I'll do this. Blower's always right at the back of the trailer over there. If I had a motorized dolly, if I still had the Rolls-All with me and it wasn't with the guys, I would just drive that Rolls-All over to the bed of the truck, drop in all my stuff. But I have the manual dolly, so I'm going to walk it over there manually. The other thing I would do, if I had a whole bunch of pickups, this day I'm not doing very many pickups, so I would ratchet strap that to the dolly and stand it up like you guys have seen in my trailer video. But since I don't have a bunch of pickups, I'm not going to do that. We're going to go old school. And we're just going to dump this sucker right over. And bang. And then with the Jolly Dolly manual here, here's how we store it when we don't have a unit on it. So you push it. Almost. Here we go. JK, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, it must have been in the way, so I couldn't get the Jolly Dolly in. So you bring it and pull it back here. It's where the wheels hit the front rail, and then knock it over. Bang. And then drop that toe plate down in there, and it does
14 minutes.
And it's all good to go. 14 minutes and counting. Put the tailgate of the trailer up. Latch her down. We are almost out of here, and then you're going to hear me talk and tell the story here in just a second. It'll be incredibly more interesting in about 3, 2.
Oh, buddy. Okay, we got it. Here we go. Back in the truck. Engine started under 15 minutes. All right, so let me answer a few questions that you guys are probably gonna have after just watching that, okay? So, the number one question I'm gonna get is, you don't blow it up and inspect it? Nope, we don't blow it up and inspect it. We never have. I don't know, I'm all about efficiency. That sucker's already flat. It didn't rain last night. It's in good condition. You know, the people took very good care of it. And then obviously my guys did a good setup, right? I got there, looked at it. Everything was set up perfectly. So it's like, no, we're good. Let's just go. Now, if you notice some weird stuff, sure, blow it up and inspect it. But no, we do not blow up and inspect every single one. Like, let's roll and go. We're going to blow it up to clean it because it's a combo. So when Tyler cleans most of them at the warehouse, right? So when he blows it up at the warehouse, we'll see anything that's wrong with it. I ain't inspecting it on site. I'll bill the lady later if she broke it or got cupcakes in it or whatever. Like, I'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I like efficiency, so boom, done, go. So the next thing I want to cover is, if you saw how I take down the bounce house, I kind of worked in a circle, right? So I have my little stake puller. I get that from Harbor Freight. I believe it's 18-inch pry bar. I absolutely love it. None of my guys use it, just me. I love it though. And then I start on one corner, pull the stake, go to the blower tube, next blower tube, open it up, next stake, boom. Then I kind of started folding it. Then I got the next stake, folded the stair in, got the next stake, right? And then we go from there and start unfolding, start folding the unit. So I just work in a circle. I don't go pull all my stakes, then pull all my zippers. You know, I work in a circle. Next thing I'm gonna get is, I don't flip the slide in, I roll through the slide. We do that on every single combo that we have. We do that also on water slides. We start at the end of the slide of the pool and roll through. The reason is, the vinyl's so thin where the slide is that you can get a nice, good start. And then by the time you get to the bounce house, you have a big piece of vinyl rolled already where you kind of have some momentum to go over the big stuff. When you hit the big bounce house part, or on a water slide, the big thick part where the stairs are and everything, and you have a real thin roll started, I always think it's A, pain in the ass because it's hard to roll, and B, without the big roll to kind of use leverage or torque almost, you don't get a very tight roll. You're like, you know, you're just wrestling with it. So we roll from slide the other direction through bounce houses or water slide, and it works amazing. I absolutely love it. I'm not changing. I've tested it a million different ways. That's the best way to do it for us. The last thing you may have seen in there is I'm flipping leaves off of as we go. Those leaves are deadly, brutal, awful, terrible. They're gonna ruin your freaking stuff. Get those leaves off before you roll it. Lastly, I'm gonna say this. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please subscribe, do all the things. You guys know all the drill. But I've been very stoked on how fast the channel has grown over the last year and a half. I'm even more stoked and humbled and just full of freaking self-pride for how many messages I get, whether it's in a Facebook group or on the Discord that I started, of people that say, like, I only started because of you, Nick, just go. Like, they're all about it, and it's, dude, it's like a dream come true for me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. But anyways, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.